Hello everyone, this is our Intro 101 to matte waxes. If you have not been introduced to our art alchemy waxes, please check out our YouTube channel for other introductory videos into our metallic waxes, as well as a whole variety of fun colors and finishes, all created in the Finnabair line for Prima. Now, Finnabair creates a lot of our mixed media products, and today we're going to explore matte waxes. So you can see in the tin right here there are 6 different varieties, different colors in the matte wax lineup. Now normally the original waxes were metallic, opal magic, antique brilliance, and then we came out with some fashion colors. And these all dry with a little bit of a sheen to them, okay? They're not super glossy, but you'll see a bit of a shine on them. Now, the matte waxes dry matte. You can see these molded star shapes. These were made out of hot glue, and they have the matte wax on them. And that is all that is on these. So you can see the 6 different colorways that we have for the matte waxes. There's old white, and I'll just pop these open as I go through them. They come in a really cute tin. It's very user friendly, and there is a lot in these. These will last you a really long time. That last one was charcoal black. This is patina green, and there's also a patina blue. And then there are 2 rusty colors, rusty brown and rusty red. Now, the matte waxes work exactly like our other signature waxes in the Finnabair line. These can be applied to multiple surfaces: resin, glass, metal, wood, chipboard, almost anything you can think of. So let's go ahead and start playing with these. First, I want to show you a sample of the metallic waxes and show you that they can be applied to just about any surface. Now, once they dry, they seal themselves. So this was applied to a metal top with a stencil, and you can see it's dried. And then I used a blue wax on the sides, and this is my water bottle that I travel with for my brushes, and it's been all over, and you can see the pattern is still there. So these waxes are brilliant for coloring DIY metalware or any type of project for mixed media. If you use resin, of course that is for a different purpose than, say, the hot glue. So no matter if you're a card maker, or you do layouts or art journaling or furniture, these waxes will be brilliant for you to use. So what I'm going to do is just start swatching them. So I have a white sheet, and then I do have some black squares because some of the colors will definitely pop up better on black, such as the old white. Let's start with that one. So the tins are about 0.68 fluid ounces, and the paste is a similar concept to, let's say, shoe wax. It's not obviously the same, but it has a similar principle. So it's a little bit soft, and my brush could be a little bit dirty. But I'm using a stencil brush. These are also in the Finnabair line, just to apply. Yeah, my brush is definitely dirty. So we have the old white, and I am gonna grab a brand new brush for this. It's a stencil brush. If you do have any dirt on or other color on your waxes, the white obviously is gonna be the most affected by that. Now, it's not really gonna show up on the paper at all, but it will when we switch to black. So check this out. Depending on how thin or thick you apply it, it will be pure white to kind of a cloudy, smoky white. Now, what purposes would you use white for? To bring out details on darker surfaces. So since I have a couple, I'm going to just pop these in. This was a molded wing with just a little bit. Let me just show you. You can apply the wax with a brush, of course, but if you're going to just come in and catch details, you want to do that with your finger. So if you love that distressed, almost soft, shabby look, try the white wax. It's going to create just the perfect touch of that beautiful softened look. I also added a little bit of white on my moon face, and it is very subtle on here. You can see it adds a bit of a chalky look, which I think is really cool. I just put it on the edges of my moon just to soften and actually bring out the details and add a little dimension to those figures. Now, the white, I would say, is probably one of the most excitable colors for me, because I just kept thinking how beautiful it would be on top of these darker colors. Not every wax looks, you know, it presents this type of contrast. So there it is on type. This is also a hot glue molded piece, and I probably used a metallic paint for this, maybe deep violet. So you let it dry, so paint, let it dry, and then put your wax on, and look at the cool contrast on that. Okay, so that was old white. It's definitely going to show up on darker colors and not so much when you do white. Now let's switch to charcoal black. I'm going to just try not to get my paper super dirty, yet stay in camera for this. All right. So I clean my brush by just swirling it on paper towel, and the black is going to be the darkest color, so make sure you have a little bit of paper towel for that one, just to clean it when it's done. Now I will say the charcoal black is definitely more charcoal than black. So I had already put a little bit on this resin piece. So this is a molded resin piece using one of Frank Garcia's memory hardware molds, and the resin I love because it's very, very sturdy, very detailed. You get details with resin that you won't get with hot glue. So you just mix it up, you pour it in the mold, let it harden, and pop it out, and then you can color these. And look at that, you went from just a little piece that maybe cost a few pennies to make to something that you can use that looks much more valuable. And then honestly, I would put another wax on top of that to bring out the details, but let's just go with that one for now. And the black is not going to show up very well on black. It will look smoky, so it actually is a very cool effect. I brought it into the white just a little bit. All right, so the charcoal black and the old white are probably two of my favorites because they're just colors that we have not offered before in any of the waxes. But let's move into the two patinas. Now these are brilliant because they can add a patina effect to any project that you're working on. So why don't we try the Patina Blue first. I'm gonna grab my brushes. I've already used these brushes or these waxes before, and I try to keep one brush for each wax color, which then you're not getting that contamination of one color into the other. However, don't think of it as a mistake if you do. Think of it as a custom color. So you can definitely mix your waxes and create custom colors. So this is going to be Patina Blue. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. Look at that. And then let's try it on black. I don't have as much on my brush, but it's still really stunning. All right, And you do want to clean your brush out. The wax is created to harden and seal itself after it's been exposed to air. So you don't want to leave your tins open, and you do want to clean your brushes out, okay? Now, how long does it take? That really depends on so many different factors. How much you used, what kind of surface you put it on, the humidity in the air, etc. But I would say paper and other products that soak it in really quickly, I'd say 10 minutes tops. Glass and metal, I let it sit for a while. I just put it on there and then let it sit, because that is a glossy surface, so you are going to get, it just takes longer to adhere and cure on a glossy surface. All right, so I have the patina green. Let's just go ahead and do the black. Is that cool? And see how much we got left here on the white. These two together, oh gosh, let's do that. Let's just flip this over. See what they look like mixed. I kind of rubbed all my blue out. Yes, I did. That's okay, we can grab it again. What did I get for cleaning my brushes so quickly? It's going to create a really cool color. Let me grab a little bit of that. I love it. So definitely you can mix your colors and create your own custom patina colors. So those were the blue and the green. And we have two more colors. Let's pop that up here. Actually, you can't even see those because we're off camera a little bit. Let's go up here now so we can work on, the last two are the rusty colors. Red and brown. So let me just get two more brushes. All right, so rusty red. Now, if you ever open up your wax and you see something on top, it can be for a multitude of reasons. Maybe it got too hot, it got too cold, it's been sitting a long time, it happened in transport. There are ingredients. This is a beeswax based paste, so all you have to do really is mix that up. You can certainly take a paper towel and wipe it off if you don't like it. I just mix it back up. This is definitely an oil that separated out, and no harm. It will just help the product, you know, glide more. So I do that. Now keep in mind, I have been using the Metallique waxes now for a couple, well, since they came out, so quite a while. And once in a while, I'll just take paper towel and clean the surface. So keep in mind, if you're always dipping your hands into the tins, once in a while, just take a paper towel and wipe off that surface so that you're not getting germs into the tin where it sits, okay? I've never had an issue. If anything looks like it's separated out, I take a paper towel and wipe it off, or I mix it back in. All right, let's try and put that on black. Now, some people have asked, how long does it take before the waxes, like how good are they before they start to dry in your tin? Again, I wish we could give you a definite answer. It really depends on how long you leave your tin open, to the air, etc. Okay, I have had these since January. I demoed with these, and they obviously look brand new. But even my Metallique waxes, look up the other video here on YouTube for the Metallique waxes. I've had some of those for almost 2 years, and you can see a little bit of shrinkage in the tin because they've been open a lot more, but they're still really usable. All right, so that was the rusty brown. Now these two together will help create a vintage look on your projects. So you could mix them or use them separately to create a rust effect on metals and so forth. Now I wanted to take maybe this one. You've seen us using the brush, but the fingers work well too. And if you don't like all of that, you can always keep it warm in the palm of your hand. This is a trick Finn does. And she gets a nice smooth application and it stays warm in her palm and stays very spreadable. Obviously, I didn't take enough. But you can see these are going to be very matte on matte effects, but I'm going to make this look a little more vintage, a little rusty. Don't forget the sides. All right, how cool is that? I got my own little rusty fixture right there. I love that little element. You can also just take, let me grab another. This is another corner from the Memory Hardware molds, and I'm going to take the rusty brown. Now, if you wanted to color the whole piece, use a brush. If you just want to catch details, use your finger. It's super simple, and these are addictive to make. So when I do molded pieces, I pour or put the hot glue in molds and fill a bunch of them at once, and then I take another day to paint and wax. And some I just leave a baggie full of the unpainted ones so that I can match it to a project. And there you go. So these were the matte waxes. Let me just pull them back out again and show you all of them at once. So these are matte waxes by Finn with the old white, the patina blue, charcoal black, patina green, rusty red, and rusty brown. And you can see them here on black as well and on some of the molded pieces right there. But don't forget, these are usable on glass and metal. I got a little bit of a mess here, but let me put them all back in a row for you and just show you. This is the assortment of matte waxes. These are by Finnabair for Prima, and you can find them at your favorite store. Go out and support your local store. If they have them, do curbside or delivery, or look for them online. And look for more videos by Finnabair on her YouTube channel.